We have here our next guest, who is Ignacio de Juan-Creix, for Nacho for the Friends, coming from Platt Institute. So welcome, Nacho. Thank you for being here today. Hello, how are you?
Good morning, everyone. I'm glad to be with all of you. It's been a really nice morning since 8, really early, talking about everything.
Hi again. So,
sorry, one moment.
Welcome again to the World Food Design Day, the first.
Sorry. Following time.
Great. Okay, so the stage is yours.
Thank you, Mariana.
Go on.
So, hello, good morning. My name is Nacho. Nacho as the nachos with cheese. Everyone can remember the triangle. So I'm working as a head of innovation at Platt Institute. I will share now some documentation about us. I will explain why we are doing what we do. Since like a kind of reflection. So I was listening everyone talking about our situation today, how to solve problems, being all together, because we must in somehow help the industry of food and health from our kind of bridge through art and design. So I will say that Platt was born as an agent of change. We were trying to understand how to solve big problems in humanity related to food and health. And these problems are affecting us now, but you can tackle these problems. And our vision was related to 2030, 2050. So we were always with this kind of observation of the future, trying to predict what's happening. No? To mention that I'm really happy that we are living in this present today with the World Food Day, putting thanks to for the organization, putting the Food Design Day connected to this, because the situation in the world is really a kind of complex today. We have an extra exploitation of resources. We have like a lot of contamination in acoustic, in luminic, in thermics. So the situation is a kind of unhealthy, it looks. No? So I hope that we, all of us, we can connect through these kind of platforms and these bridges that people as FORC are offering to us, to really work together on planning and designing all together how can be the humanity in the nearest future, right? To do this, we built a sci-fi food lab. We are applying science fiction to science. As a metaphor or as a kind of example, in the world, in the industry of automobile industry, in the car industry, there's a department about like future cars. They use design fiction and science fiction to project in the car the maximum level of imagination and creativity and all the techniques and all the capacities we have, even poetry, material, everything is in this step, no? So in Platt, we use design fiction to draw the future of humanity related to food and health like this, doing design fiction applied to the industry. To do that, I will show a little bit. Let me check. You can see the web. You can see my screen.
Yes, we do, Nacho.
Okay. So Platt Institute was born as a research and food design institute. We are working from the idea to reality in 7-8 steps, and we are working from really complex ideas in innovation. We are not working just in evolutive innovation, trying to help the world of today. We are working, I can say, like the 80% in disruptive innovation, trying to go into the future, to bring some tools into the present, to really go into another way, into a more regenerative system. We do some services for the industry, and we are in in lines of research like brain food, augmented gastronomy, regenerative sustainability, immersive experience, video games and food. Those titles help us to conquer like atmospheres of knowledge. We divide our studio, our lab, our institute in two areas, in the Sci-Fi Food Lab and in the knowledge experience. Sci-Fi Food Lab is to research with the network that we have this future, and the knowledge experiences that we create with different universities as Elisava this year, or other ones like ECAL or Stanford or another ones, just trying to explore with our techniques, some workshops, some task force, some things related to exchange the knowledge that we create. In the Sci-Fi Food Lab, we are working on research and solving problems, but also trying to connect brands to consumers. In this case, we were working for different brands, trying to generate new forms of consuming that apply a lot of creativity. It's not like, in this case, like a liquid whiskey. It was physical whiskeys or physical liquors, trying to do like vapor liquors or smoking liquors or eating solids that are connected to liquors, like to exploring new methodologies. What we do, we change this. We trespass this to our network in form of conference, talks, exhibitions, workshops, summits, as the summit that Barcelona Center of Design with Anachon, they were sharing with us, Future. We do every year a kind of an audit of the world in terms of creativity, looking for the most pioneer brands, and we show this pioneer exercise that they merge ecology and economy, looking for a blue economy paradigm. We show this to the audience, trying to find guidelines to draw the future. I think, Mariana and the team that we have today, that we are living in a moment that we miss heroes, we miss who to follow, because we are like lost in the universe. We don't know exactly who to follow. Who are our heroes? Heroes disappear, gods are not enough because they are fighting, so we are like fighting through the thinking of gods. We are like in a moment of humanity that we need to think in another step. And talking about this, since the past and the Industrial Revolution, what we did, so since we were hunting, and then agriculture bring us the stability, and then the Industrial Revolution give us the world that we have today, and now today, even we are living in, looks like techno-emotional cuisine from Adrià and all these genius, we also are creating a traceability of food that is crazy. We are with a really amount of obesity. It's like around 30 something in Spain, 30 something percent. And I think that this situation of big problem, it's saying to us like, hey, we need help. No? In the Sci-Fi Food Lab, we study this paradigm and we do future scenarios and we do sustainability audits that we share with our network, with our clients, with the universities we work. And this also gives and allows us to offer services for the clients, like governments, schools, brands, studios, startups, even some exercise of branding, product design, augmented packaging, space design. In the world of knowledge, even we are always working on research and knowledge. This allows us to generate like capsules of knowledge that are storytelling, that are story doing, and even like we are trying to draw and to jump from storytelling to story doing, but to the next level that we call history writing. That means how, with the budget that we have today for the brands into that they are putting marketing, my dear colleagues around the world, all this money should be put, or at least at 30–40% in innovation. We should design the world of tomorrow. We should design of the world of tomorrow because we will live there. I think that most of us, we are focused on the world of today, but most of us also, maybe a little part of it, but I know, I wish to know you much better, all of you. We are working to draw these paths of the future. No? The idea of our lab, of our institute, going to super complex problems into solutions means that we tackle the context, the analysis. We do exercise of imagineering to launch ideas that are fresh. We do design proposals. We try to use art even to question things that design is making solutions. So with these two parameters, art and design in the studio, we try to generate a dialogue until to go to a product, to MVP, to something that can be invested, something that can have patents, can be that those patents can be licensed into the industry, and then that's how we try to help the students or the brands that are working with us or exploring with us this future into bring something tangible. We are looking for the potential of of creativity. Sometimes we're looking for the commercial potential of creativity, but this potential should be in economy and ecology to close, right? So we say that we are now based on this topic, I would say like is a mantra for us. We are a planet and human-centered design company. We think on the planet and we work trying to do regenerative business models to the people that work with us. We try to bring our clients, our network, to be the first ones going into the latest technology, latest trends, latest application of sustainability. I have to say that I work with an amazing group of people, and also with these people, we are going into cases that are like this. Platt exists as a bridge between industry, education, startups, and so what we try to do is we work with different universities, with the final projects of the students, with PhD projects that are not yet in the market, like that are one step or two steps going to the market. And with this PFC, all these projects, finalizing projects of career, TFG, final degrees project, we are trying to bring and to make a bridge between this and the industry. So every year we are scouting a lot of new talent to connect this talent to industry. Through the projects and the past that we did, the most relevant projects that I can show with you guys today was this one, for example. We did the last 3 years the Granini Sustainable Innovation Contest, trying to get attention from the brand. We raised more than 700% visions on the website, but through innovation, because we not create just storytelling. It was a story doing with the intention of history writing. Means we were focusing a community, changing things. In this case, analyzing waste and transforming this waste into functional objects. And this became.
I'm sorry, but we see the same slide.
Oh.
Are you showing the Granini?
Yes.
Okay.
Now
we
it changed?
can't see. No.
No. So we were with brands like trying to approach and to generate new user experiences with Diageo, Nestlé, immersive experiences. When we, from Platt, when we go with companies, we show the future. We always try to test the future with these guys. If we are talking today about future protein made by the sun, like Solar Foods is doing, we try to the network to try this future protein in the table. So this connection is really interesting for us. And the clients that are coming to us are people working on Horeca, hotels, restaurants, cafeterias, supermarkets that are trying to develop techniques or different things that we help to them as a laboratory of innovation. In this case, one of our latest startups, it's called BOM, that we are now in the desert of Sella de Can Roca. This is a technique that encapsulates flavors in flying foams. These flying foams became through a study we did for the sugar machine in the future, the candy sugar machine in the future. We were going during 4 years, something that we just launched this month. And this is how also I think this is interesting, because as we work in food design, and sometimes food design stays in the gallery, how we can make useful food designs for the gastronomic culinary arts, right? So this case explored and disruptive innovation about non-gravitational food. That was a research about space food, acoustic levitation, magnet levitation, and gases, creating flying foods, flying candies. Sounds crazy, but at the end is a technique that now is in distribution in 22 countries. So I think that we must do these connections every time, and people from the industry needs to know how to use our knowledge and our products and our design to really conquer new aspects. And the latest project that we are doing is an audit for Paradiso and Stolicz Naya, that we are creating an open source program where everyone in Oreca can go there, and you can have like a selection of machines to transform your own waste in your zero waste shop. Means like this world that comes, we will not have waste at home. We can transform this into objects that can be functional for us, for our families, or even for the restaurant, the bar, or the industry we are related. And we are focusing like this in the latest future. I was
Nacho, I'm sorry, we could talk for hours, but time is over.
Okay.
So, yeah, so it's been 15 minutes, and we really appreciate, we can tell everyone that's looking to us that they can connect to your website to see your projects, right? To the Platt Institute website, in which they can find everything that you have done, which is very interesting. And from FORG, we want to congratulate you with all the projects that you're doing and working into new experiences that we can apply in the present and also in our near future and in our far away future. So we hope to do things with you too. And thank you very much for your participation. Happy
Food Design World Day to everyone.
Great. Thank you, Nacho.
Ciao.
Bye. Great. Okay. So after the Platt Institute slot, we will introduce our new guests. Our new guest is Fabio Paraseco.